Welcome back to Truth Bombs. This is episode 2. This is called Why Government Grows. You ever notice the size and the spending of the Minnesota state government? It only goes up. Over the last 10 years, it's increased 50%. That's 50. Now, how many of your incomes have gone up 50% in the last 10 years? Probably not many. The rate of growth that we see in government is 3 to 4 times that of inflation. It's completely out of control. So why does it happen? Because even when we put Republicans that control the state house and the state senate, right, they control the purse strings. So you'd think, by golly, that is when spending goes down, right? Spending must go down if we put Republicans in control of the purse strings. You would think so. You would hope so, because that's what they all campaign on. But here's the truth. It's only gone up. In 2017, Republicans controlled the House and the Senate. Did spending go down? No. Governor Dayton wanted a 12% budget increase. But boy, those fiscal conservatives in the House and the Senate, boy, they were going to play hardball with Governor Dayton. They met in a room and they only gave him 9.5%. Yeah, Republicans, including my primary opponent, Bob Lunan, voted for a 9.5% budget increase in 2017. Now, does that sound like a staunch fiscal conservative that he's running around town claiming to be? No, not at all. So why does it happen? Well, here's the truth bomb. Because when it comes to mid-May, those odd years when we're doing budgets, the Senate Majority Leader, the Speaker of the House, and the Governor, 3 people go into a room, closed doors, no one knows what's going on. 3 people out of the 202 that should be involved. You got 201 lawmakers and the 1 governor, but 3 people go into a room and they hash it all out. And when they come out of that room, the leaders of the House and the Senate, regardless if it's Republicans or Democrats, it doesn't matter. They all do the same thing. They go back to their caucuses and they say, this is what we're doing, and you're voting for it. That's what they say. You're voting for it. And though they're little foot soldiers, they're caucus people, they're lawmakers, they say, okay, if you say so. So that's where the term button pusher comes into play. Because they just, whatever button you tell me to push, that's what I'll do. They apply no independent thought. They just do what they're told. And that's not why we elect lawmakers. We elect lawmakers because they're supposed to be leaders and do what's best for their district. But instead, they look at their leadership as their boss, and they do whatever they tell them to do. We witnessed Brad Tackey do it the last 2 years. He pledged 2 years ago that he would not vote for omnibus bills at 2:30 in the morning. He thought that was wrong. Well, he didn't vote for them at 2:30. I think it was around 6 a.m. At the end of May in 2019 when he voted for all of his omnibus bills. All the omnibus bills full of junk, they vote for it every single time. The same with Bob Lunan. He voted for every omnibus bill because leadership said, you're doing it. Vote this way. So that's when they just give up on all their principles, all the promises they've made campaigning of not doing these things, and they do it anyway. So we need principled leaders. And there's a handful downtown. There's only a handful that have the courage to say, no, I'm not voting for these omnibus bills. This is the wrong way to legislate. There's no accountability when you pack bills with hundreds of different things. A lot of them could be junk. But you feel the pressure then. If you're the lawmaker, you feel the pressure of saying, there's one good thing in that bill, so I have to vote for 99 terrible things. That's a terrible way of legislating. We should be breaking these omnibus bills down into more manageable chunks, and every program should rise or fall based on the merits of that program, not just because it was loaded in some pork-filled bill. That is why the size of the state budget only grows, because we have cowardly legislators that refuse to do anything about it, and they report to leadership that only cares about feeding the beast. They want to feed the machine. They want to stay in their comfy position because these are the pathetic people that their whole identity is wrapped up in being some politician, some leader in the Capitol. It's sad. It's honestly, I think it's pathetic. I'm so disgusted, and I feel kind of bad for these people because it's who they are. They know nothing else. It's like they're private sector dropouts or they flunked out of the private sector. But the lawmakers look up to leadership and they do whatever leadership says. That is what's plaguing the state. That's why the state government only grows. And both of my opponents have only voted for every omnibus bill. So we need to get people in there who have the courage to say, no, no more. I'm not doing this anymore. We need to go the opposite direction and break these things down so there's more accountability and we can actually trim some fat. The CCAP program is $200 million a year that has been reported for, I think, 4 years now of being highly fraudulent. Up to half, up to $100 million a year is wasted. But it's crammed into the Health and Human Services Omnibus Bill. So it just constantly gets funded. Both Brad Tabke and Bob Lunan have voted for the CCAP program. We should pull that out of the omnibus bill and have an up and down vote on CCAP. Should it live or should it die? And I would hope most lawmakers would say, kill it, it needs to be done. Go to mortforhouse.com, sign up, come door knocking, get a sign, make a donation there, and definitely spread the truth bombs. We have to get the truth out to people so they know what makes me different from both my liberal opponents, Bob and Brad, because they have both been feeding the beast and forever going to have more accountability in our state government. We have to stop feeding the beast and funding all this activity through omnibus bills. We got to have the courage to say no. Mortforhouse.com. Thanks for watching.